here with Xavier Ross to preview the 2021 track and field season. And as we record this, only about a couple weeks from an early bird meet that'll take place in December here at Walls. It's been kind of a long wait to get back to competition again after all that's happened, of course. How much of a challenge has it been to get back in shape or remain in shape, through the months that you had kind of away from campus? And maybe some of it's been tough from a mental standpoint too, just being away.
Yeah, it definitely has. Like, our season ended at Indoor Nationals last year, so that was about early March. And we haven't had any competition since then, so it's been a rough couple of months recently. So it's been a minute since we've done anything serious, but all in all, like especially over the summertime, that's when you got to take it upon yourself to really do the training. That's where a lot of it comes down to. But as this preseason has started in the fall, we've really hit the ground running, because we've had an extra week to do so, because we've come back early to campus. And it's really helped us. We've been going hard recently these past couple of months, and I would say we're actually ready to hit those qualifying marks in this upcoming meet. So I think we're on track.
What was your summer like, and how were you able to kind of keep up with training, especially during times? I know some people do like to stay close to campus over the summer, but there still wasn't at times a lot of access to different facilities here. How were you able to keep up with training?
Well, me personally, I'm from Chicago, and when COVID hit, everything closed down. So for me, I would just go out for runs, jogs, and do a lot of calisthenics since everything was shut down. I heard from a lot of my buddies on the track team that they had their own gyms in their homes, so they would do weightlifting on their own. But for those of us that didn't have access, it was just grinding it out ourselves, just trying to find the time to get it in, especially during lockdown. That was pretty tough on a lot of us, because being from a bigger city like myself, we weren't allowed to go outside most of the time because we had a curfew. So I took that time to really get my mind right, first of all, and then focus on my body through doing just bodyweight exercises and running as much as possible.
I'm sure it was, I don't know what went through your mind when you knew that there wasn't going to be an outdoor season, but how does that maybe give you an appreciation now for the opportunity that you have, just knowing that it could be taken away like that?
Oh my goodness. It's really it's made me thankful. It's made me thankful, because when I heard that we weren't coming back after spring break, because we were already on spring break when they said don't come back to campus since when COVID came down. So I was devastated. I was like, wow, like we at least got half our season, but we were really looking forward to going down to Gulf Shores for outdoor nationals, because we had a good squad. We had new freshmen. Like, I was excited to go down with them. So not having that outdoor component, it really put a dampening on my spirits, because we were hitting really good times indoor wise, and I was gunning to see like what can I do outdoors, because normally with the sun, with the warmer weather, you're bound to do even better. So that impacted me a little bit, and it just gave me a new appreciation for the season in general, because you don't know when it can be taken away from you. And competition is our lifeline. Like, we need it, and that's the only way for us to gauge how good we're getting, how much better we are. So I would say not having that indoor season, it makes a big difference.
Well, at the same time, I mentioned the indoor meet. way back in March, beginning of March. It was a breakthrough for you with the All-America Award in the 400 meters. What was that moment like for you?
Oh boy. Honestly, I just felt happiness. Like, I felt like I truly accomplished what I set out to do. I just kept telling myself, like, I just want to be better than what I was last week. And just show, especially the freshmen, that, hey, y'all can get up here too. And standing up on that pedestal, it made me know that as long as you try and give 110% of your being, you can make it. You can make it. So it was a good experience. So I enjoyed it.
You mentioned being from Chicago area. How did you find out about Concordia, and what was it that brought you here?
That's a long story. So it goes all the way back to middle school, actually. That's where I met our head coach, Matt Beisel. He actually coached me my 7th and 8th grade year over at Email, because his kids attended the same school. And he's my cross country coach and my track and field coach. And he taught me, he actually got my running form right. He taught me a lot of the basics. And so I go on to high school from there. And I'm going through high school about sophomore, junior year. He calls me up out of the blue one day. I thought he had forgotten about me. We hadn't talked since then, so it's been a couple years. And he was like, X, like, how are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm doing good, coach. How are you? He's like, well, I'm doing good. I'm out in Nebraska right now, and I want to know if you could come up and visit my school. Just see if you like it, and see if it's a place you would like to be in the future. And I was like, all right, coach, like, bet, I'll go up. So I came out here, toured around, got to spend the night with a couple of the track and field guys, and just get the Concordia experience. And I actually came up another 2 times, another 2 visits, and that's when I decided, like, there's a lot of good people here, people of high quality, and I think it's a place I could call home. And that's why I made my decision to sign on and come here for track and field and for an education.
All right. Well, getting to once you got back here in the fall, considering what things were like and the summer was like, has fall training been different? I mean, how maybe you had to ramp things up even a little bit more, but how did, I guess, not having an outdoor season kind of impact your training right now in the fall?
Right now, well, for not having an outdoor season, it hasn't changed our regimen too much, but I would say compared to previous years, it's been a lot harder. We've had a lot more volume in our workouts because, like I said, we had to come back earlier because of COVID. They had started our school year a little bit earlier, so we've had a few extra weeks to do more workouts. And overall, it hasn't been too much of a difference. We've been working pretty hard. Actually, a lot of our guys are kind of injured right now, so that just goes to show that we've been putting in the work recently. But overall, it hasn't affected us too much.
Now, after you've been an All-American, what do you want to be the next step? And I guess what is keeping you motivated to push for more?
Definitely Coach Samuel's records. He has our indoor 400 record, and my goal this year is to beat that. My goal is to break that record, and if possible, his outdoor record too. So that's what I'm gunning for this year. That's what's keeping me motivated, and in all honesty, my teammates are keeping me motivated as well. They're a big component, especially the underclassmen, because I want to see them shine. I want to see them shine, and I'm just proud to see where they can go and how they're going to grow. So that's keeping me motivated and just getting after it every single day, making us better as a whole.
I'm sure Coach Samuels he'd be happy to see you break his records. I'm sure.
I think he'd be proud of me too.
Yeah. Well, Coach Beisel and the whole staff have continued to try to add depth to all of the event groupings and improve. What have you noticed just from practice about kind of the overall depth of the roster and what the men's team is looking like?
This year, I think we've had the largest incoming freshman class. So this year, specifically on the men's side, I think we're looking fairly strong in all aspects because throwers are already strong. Our guys sprinting group, we're getting more depth, but we have a lot of young guys this year, so we're still training, still getting them stronger. But I feel like, especially in this upcoming year and even this season, because they've been putting in a lot of work, we're going to see a lot of growth and just maturity as a whole. And I think we're going to get stronger quick, very fast. I guarantee you, probably if not this season, this upcoming season, we're going to have a powerhouse of a squad. So I'm excited.
I'm going to say third in the conference was the finish for the men's team in indoor last year. I'm sure one of the goals would be to hopefully win a conference championship, or at least work towards that on the men's side. What kind of would that mean for you guys as a team to be able to get to that point?
That would be big. That would be very big because the past couple of years, the women, they have been going crazy. They already have that on lock. So for the men, for us to get that title, I think that would finally put us on the map. Finally, people will finally start treating us as a threat. And it'd be huge. It'd be huge. And I think we can do it. With the guys we have right now, I think we have a good shot of making it.
You're probably learning something about friendly rivalry with Doane, too. They've obviously had very good programs.
Yeah, I'm actually, I talk with their other 400 runners every now and again. Like, we have friendly little debates and stuff during track meets, little banter back and forth. So I would say the camaraderie between us and Doane is actually a beautiful thing in my opinion. I enjoy it. You know, I think it shows the true character and strength of a person when after you race against them and potentially beat them in a race and they still have the character to shake your hand and say congratulations. I think that shows that you are a strong person and you have a strong personality as a human being. And I love seeing that. So sportsmanship, definitely an important part of the sport.
Sure. I'll go away from track quick before we wrap up, but I know it's holiday season's coming up, Thanksgiving and Christmas. Is there a holiday tradition that you really look forward to?
Well, we actually had one for Halloween that we used to do. What we would do is we would have a costume contest. Everyone on the track team would dress up, and we have the judges would be the coach, and they would judge our costumes and stuff, and give out prizes based on that. And we also would have a dodgeball tournament, but unfortunately those had canceled due to COVID, and a lot of our coaches are out right now due to COVID, so we haven't really been able to get things together with the team, unfortunately. But for these upcoming holidays, especially for Thanksgiving, we may have to stay on campus due to quarantine reasons. So I think us, the team captains, we got something in the works for the team, just to get the camaraderie down and just have some fun with each other, you know, because our team is massive and it's kind of hard to get to know each other on a first name or a very personal basis. So we're definitely going to try to get something to go down. So we just have that real team bond.
You didn't have a practice in costumes, did you?
We did not.
Okay.
Actually, we do have game days every now and again. We play coon ball, and one of the days we all some of the guys on the team were like, hey, let's go down in our costumes. So we all did. We dressed up and we went down and played soccer, ball in our costumes that one day. So that was a little bit of something.
And one more thing, you said, you talked about team captains. What did that mean to you to be selected as one of those captains?
Oh, that was huge because we select our team captains by voting, and for me to be selected, that showed me that the team really respected me as a person, and they wanted me to be their leader, to be their voice for them. So that really opened my mind. I was like, people are relying on me, and they look up to me. So I'm going to bring the heat. I'm going to have to really just be a role model for them, be a true leader, and show them what it means to be a track and field athlete, and to love one another, and have true friendship amongst each other. And for me to be a captain and to help lead people in those different endeavors, it's an honor. It's truly an honor, and I feel very blessed to be chosen as a team leader this year. So I'm very thankful.